Hi, this is your installation of Ask a Leatherneck. Today we have Amy Buick. She is the director of the Counseling Center. Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for the invitation. I love opportunities to interact with students, even if it's virtually.
Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and the center that you're the director of?
I am the director of the University Counseling Center. I have made my whole career about college students and helping them in any way that I can. So to be in the Counseling Center is really appropriate for me. We offer free, I'm going to repeat that, free counseling that is both confidential, and the importance is that it's safe. We have like 4 rules of counseling. The first rule, the most important rule, is safety. So what you tell us, we keep confidential. We listen for understanding, and we never put our values or our beliefs on our students. So we really want to give them space to be their authentic selves and feel accepted and cared for. It's also authentic and genuine, and it really builds trust so that students can address the concerns that they may be having. But maybe you don't have a concern. Maybe you're just concerned about a friend. You can come in and talk about that too, and we'll give you the resources that you need. We do individual counseling. We do group counseling. We also have like what we call well, this is not an official title, but I like to call them single servings or skill lessons. So like I statements, things that people take for granted, like knowing how to say how you feel. A lot of people don't learn that when they grow up because maybe they're from a family where not a lot of people are expressing their feelings. So we have opportunities for students just to kind of learn how to do that. And we have a lot of relaxation skills that we teach students. So really, we have a lot of services that we try to offer our students.
Thank you. You talked about some of your services. Can you tell me if your center has resources or outreach programs?
Sure. And that's really important because it's hard coming into the counseling center, and it makes it so much easier if you can see us out in public and kind of get a feel for us. So we go and we speak to classrooms when we're invited. We also do in the fall, we do organize what's called Fresh Check. And that's a great way to kind of get like an overall view of what services are available for campus and like how to help your peers if they ever express emotional distress to you. So we do that in the fall. And then we also, we organize Kinder Mondays. There was this day and I was just really tired. And I don't know about you guys, but Monday is always the hardest. And I was like complaining and I'm like, why can't Mondays be kinder? And this woman that was sitting next to me, she's like, I like that. Let's talk about that. So it started from the 2 of us passing out apples during our lunch to now it's a whole university-wide program where all different offices on campus host a Kinder Monday event. And the theory behind that is like emotion is contagious. So like if you walk into a room and you're in a bad mood, then maybe people in the room also like feel some of that negativity and bring that on. But if you walk in and you're in a good mood and you've just experienced kindness, you're more likely to be kind to other people. And so it just has like a really ripple effect. Plus, to me, like Western is about caring for each other. And so I love that this is just another way that we can show caring and compassion for our fellow students.
Thank you for that. Kinder
Yeah.
Monday, that sounds amazing. Can you tell us what would you tell new students or transfer students or parents of students or the community the benefits of your center?
Well, that's hard for me to say. Feeling good. um, I think that people don't understand how difficult it is to become a new student. Like you leave everything that you know and you feel comfortable about, like high school, where you're going to eat lunch, you have a routine, you have your set of friends, you have like the people that you trust, and then you come to a whole nother location in a whole nother living environment you may not know hardly anyone. You have to figure out how to go to classes, how to structure your day, how to study if nobody's telling you to study. Nobody's has PE class for you, so you got to move your body on your own. And that's a really huge transition. So for me, like, just being able to talk about your feelings and your experiences, and thinking about like who you want to become as a person. We do a lot of like value development and identity development, because in high school and before, you kind of take on your family's values and your family's beliefs, but you come to Western and you grow and you're getting exposed to all this different information, and it's a really kind of a time to like solidify who you are. So I think counseling is a great opportunity to work through issues that you might have. Um, if you have some depression, if you get anxious, if you worry too much, but also just to kind of like figure out who you want to be. How do you want other people to describe you? So there's just so many benefits. When you're not feeling good physically or emotionally, it's hard to be successful academically. So we want to set you up for success, absolutely, by helping you feel good overall.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
you've given us a kind of like an overview of what your center offers. Can you kind of tell us where you're located and how does someone come into your center? Will the kind of the setup? Is there a receptionist there? Is there information that they can find? How does someone find you?
Okay, good question. Easy button, you call our office. So I like the easy button, and we do have a receptionist, and she will set you up and give you all the information that you need. And our number is 309-298-2453. But you can also find that on our website. So there's a University Counseling Center website. Um, Along with a lot of like podcasts and apps and relaxation skills right on our website. So you can get a lot of information on our website. Or you can just walk into the counseling center, which is located in Memorial Hall on the first floor. You just walk right in. We have a big wide open door, and we'll get you set up that way. Next fall, we used to only be in-person services, so that like students had to come into the counseling center in order to be seen, because we didn't really know if telehealth and telecounseling was that effective. This pandemic has pushed us to make those decisions that we needed to do telehealth, and that has also been very helpful. So I think moving forward in the future, we kind of like to do like a combination. So if a student's like, I'm not sure I want to come into the counseling center, we'll like screen to make sure it's appropriate, but we could also do some telehealth services. So my job is to remove barriers, to make it easier for students to get assistance that they need. So anything that we can do, we will do. So walk in, call, and then we'll work out the best way to see you.
Great. So can you tell us if people are not familiar with counseling, can you maybe give them a little overview what to expect their first time?
Right. So the first time is not counseling, and I always explain that to students. And because it's kind of like getting an understanding of what the problem is. So we like to kind of create a big picture, I think, in pictures. So like we might ask you some questions about like, how does this impact you? How long has it been going on? So it's more like questions, and then trying to figure out what our students' goals are, because we don't want to make the goals for the student. We want to know, what would you like to see different or better? How will you know when you're feeling better? What parts of this would you like to work on? So that first session is kind of getting an idea of the whole big issue, and then what parts we can work on. And then after that, we will either refer the student into individual counseling. Some students go into group counseling if they want that. And some students do a combination of both. And so we just really kind of figure out what's going to be the best avenue. And then we follow up with counseling. And that's really as the student determines it to be.
Great.
But at all times, they have to feel safe. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. And lastly, do you have any last words you want to leave us with? Thank you so much for meeting with us today. And do you want to share your social media handles with us?
Yes, because I meant to do that. So you can figure out what Kinder Monday programs are going on Instagram. So it's WIU underscore Kinder underscore Mondays. And then we also have a Facebook page, WIU Kinder Mondays. And then the UCC has the web page, which is just UCC at wiu.edu. Nope, that's our email, isn't it? It is. I'm old, and these things happen.
You've given us enough information. I think that people can find you either on the WIU webpage and get your information there or via Instagram or Facebook. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you meeting with us. Thank you, Amy.
Yes, take care, all of you, and I hope you have a great experience here.
Thank you.
Bye bye.